you're done, you need to come up and tell me the machine, your bracket, both scores. You know your point for both scores. If you're in the copper bracket, you will tell Paige only your score. If you're in the copper bracket, you will go to Paige and tell her your score. We have 30, and then machine on too. We have 39 machines, 202 players. You will not all play at once. Please do not ask, when am I going to play? Machine 1, Evan Gossett, Josh McDaniel. Machine 2, Paul Taylor, Chris Brewer. Machine 3, Chris Wengler, Mark Buckowitz. Machine 4, Clint Rover, Peter Butler. Machine 5, Ryan Cook, Corey Neary. Machine 6, Eric Nelson, Mike Dager. Machine 7, Robert Washburn, Eric Hogan. Machine 8, Paul Luna, Orlando Ayala. Machine 9, Gary Sheldon, Travis Leader. Machine 10, Matt Hoosier, Casey Midori. Machine 11, Jeff Rusty Kerr, Brandon Delmeyer. Machine 12, Frank McGuire, Dave Sandmeyer. Machine 13, Jason Wickstrom, Jason Graham. Machine 14, Chris Longino, Justin Sealy. Machine 15, Mike Arrington, Kevin Lindsay. Well, that's why he has the purple. Now I understand. Machine 16, Jeff McClellan, Damian Sullivan. Machine 17, Todd Clark, Joe Ferguson. Machine 18, Ted Harris, David Dillon. Machine 19, Miller Montz, CJ Napthor. Machine 20, John Kilgore, Jonathan Caden. Machine 21, I'm sorry, 20 was Reynolds and Kilgore. 21, Caden Lauren McDonough. 22, Jack Clellan, Warren Bagwell. 23, Sammy Manaway, Scott Peterson. 24, Chris Gussick, Paul Jensen. 26, Aaron Baxley, Jamie Godfrey. 27, Matt Torres, Kevin Lightfoot. 28, Matt Homolka, Robert Irvine. 29, Darren Stevens, Mickey Casey. 25, Greg Smith, Jay Ware. Mark Williams, Frank Embery. 36, Josh Ballinger, Wes Logan. 37, Joel Ryerson, Spencer Admire. 38, Jerry Neese, Susan Modesto. 39, Mike Calabrese, Pat Fagan. 31, Ryan Tansey, Mike McCollum. 32, Neil Sekepede, Steve Galashewski. 33, David Watman, Michael Brooks. 34, Frank Day, Charles Peck. 35, Jeff Caleb, Josh Wilker. Spain for force, one of the 7 courses for this year. Your opponent is not there, we'll put them on the clock. They will have 10 minutes and they will be forfeited. We will move on.
Jeff Keller, you're up on machine 35. Jeff Keller.
If you're not playing, you should make sure people have room to play. If you're not playing, make sure people have room to play.
And welcome to the qualifier. Well, actually, we're past the qualifier. Welcome to the actual event of the Holiday Classic. First round match we got here, Paul Taylor, Chris Brewer. We're still clean early on. They're 3 unfortunate. Once again, this is Adam. I've commentating earlier. So this is Paul Taylor, Chris Brewer. They are the 16-17 seeds in this match. Cut line came in at Josh McDaniel with a 132-1-2-2-5 on shotties. Just knocking out CAG's Gary Sheldon. Pretty solid cut line with 102 players going. Early on, I'd be shocked to see these two guys lose a stroke, but there are multiple swing holes going here.
Who am I online with? Huh? Adam? Yep. Tim.
Looks like joining on the commentary, we've got Tim here. Tim, how'd you play?
I can say I was 12th after the first round.
Well, that's a good start. Baja got me a little bit.
That's the highlight of my weekend, was being 12th after the first Baja. So
Did it just go downhill from there?
yeah, it got a little tough, so it was okay, but all good. So who we got going on? We got Putz and Brewer going on.
Yeah, we got Paul Taylor, Chris Brewer. This is the 16-17 match.
In the main event, correct?
Correct. Yes. This is
All right.
16-17 qualifiers here. Paul Taylor, who basically he's the first person I can remember playing stouts, and I'm kind of watch his play. I played around with him on Thursday night. Guy was playing Titans.
Paul was?
He was playing Titans on Thursday night.
Okay, so he changed back. So he switched back.
He very well may be still playing Titans.
Okay.
He does his own thing. He is his
I know
own
that
man.
there are some guys here, because I played with Sean, and I can't think of his last name. He plays different balls on different courses. Some guys do that. They, to each his own.
That's more concentration than I can have. With everything going on here, I couldn't concentrate that long.
But looks like we're clean through 6.
We are. And this is going to be a competitive match. You're talking about out of 202 players. This is the 16-17 match. They probably were only separated by shotties.
Yep. So I usually do the cut line. Most of you guys know. Again, this is Tim Boyer. Been running the cut line most of these tournaments for if my brother's not doing it. So the average on the cut line today was between 134 and 138. And I was kind of shocked it was not that high.
I think we saw 132, but with Baja, there's only a 28 setup on that one. So, you know, that's probably going to drop a stroke off if with 1 and 5 not being drivable.
Correct.
Now, 1 in the match I was in, 1 was a pretty short chip. I think I saw a lot of guys getting one, but I also heard so many times I missed a putt on 17.
17. 17 was a tough. Out of all the holes on Baja, 17 was the toughest look, with the 14 coming from left to right. The pin was stuck up on the left-hand side of the green. It was tough because most of the guys were in between clubs. From what I saw, most everybody was hitting a 6-wood in.
Six low?
And I hit a 6 low in with backspin, put it, just underneath the pin, got lucky. Made my putt. I had a right 10. So that helped me to stay clean. I missed an early shot early in the, on Baja, and then hold out. I made a hole in 1 on 5, which put me back on track. So I stayed clean on Baja. So it was 17 was tough because there were a lot of guys that just parred 17 look. And got out.
And I was talking with Mouth on this earlier. It was a shot that you had to cut in.
Mm-hmm.
You had to cut it in. A typical stout player just looking to thumb something low. And if you didn't land it just right, it was going to snap away from the pin. You're probably going to have a 40-something foot putt.
And what everybody was also worried about, because the pin was so close to the wall, was nipping that wall. And you know as well as I do, is you hit that short wall and you're gone.
If you hit the wall on the fly, you're in the water.
So this wasn't a bad look during qualifying. Paul sitting there right there. They'll make their putts and go on to 9.
I've seen 10 be a swing hole plenty of times on this one, just with guys just not hitting the right spot or clipping a tree going in.
Oh,
wow. Okay.
All right.
Well,
even Brewers is like,
we're still early on.
Can't believe he missed that, but hey.
Hey, everyone misses putts. It happens.
These guys are not really worried about that. Paul's not worried about that. He knows it happens, so they're going to continue to play and see what happens through the back 9 through 9.
Oh,
and that's,
okay.
And that's how fast he can go back to it. So again,
might not be the prettiest, but it's definitely interesting.
Yeah. Maybe nerves got Paul right there. He didn't look like he mishit it at all.
Little surprise with a. You're always surprised when a main bracket guy misses a shot.
And good stick by Brewer.
Just good shot. Just put it up there. He only loses one if he can make this chip, and there it is. Should be all back to square now.
And back to 13 on going into the turn. Here we go. So I don't know if it's been mentioned, but this is a great venue. These guys are doing a great job here at Legends in Keller. I was excited to come back here. I lived in Dallas for almost 6 years, about 15 minutes south of here in Fort Worth. It's a great area. It has grown up tremendously since I was here in 2006. It used to be all trees and woods, and you'd be driving down 35, and all of a sudden it would open up to the Speedway. Well, from now it's from Fort Worth to the Speedway. It's all grown up in houses and shopping centers, and this great bar that's been gracious to take all 200 and 300 and plus in this bar.
We have 202 entries, and this area is just grown up so much. I'm a graduate of Keller High School.
Oh,
if you want to know how close I lived
there
here.
You go. So you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And I also lived by Texas Motor Speedway at one point. But I thought he
good run at Paul.
That was just a little bit long. But yeah, the venue, I hope we get to see this for years to come. The staff has been phenomenal.
Quentin, no, Bernsey is not here. I don't know if you know or not. Bernsey took a new job, so to speak, and has gone another way, and just didn't have the time to get down here this weekend. So no, Brian's not here.
He went. He is no longer a full-time Golden Tee player. But don't worry, if there's something we need to yell at Adam Kramer about, he'll be the first person to do it.
That's for sure. But he's definitely missed. So, Brian, if you're listening or watching, you're definitely missed here, buddy.
So, maybe not already out, but Kevin Lindsay did let us know right before this match started that the purple bracket will be getting an entry into the Worlds.
That's it, and everybody was very, very happy about that.
It's just fantastic.
It could shake up some other things where other people have qualified. Some of these guys are qualifying, online for the events, and I know I've been working hard on trying to get through, and Money Shot was working here on Friday. So some of these guys that are in the purple bracket may have already qualified.
I'll tell you,
so
one
it could
guy,
be pushed down.
One guy that is in purple bracket, I haven't looked at it. You know what? Let me take a quick look. But I do know Jason Graham was going for qualifiers this week, and he is in the purple bracket. So they would have to figure that one out if Jason wins purple bracket. But as of right now, Jason is the number 3 qualifier this week in the events, but he has also fallen to the purple bracket, just someone that comes to mind.
That's good. So, it could shake up a little different depending on who ends up winning the purple. So,
just awesome to have that, and we do look forward to seeing that for future Golden Tee tournaments. It's just a great addition to have for those purple bracket players. Rough qualifier, but you still got something to come out for on Sunday.
Absolutely. So you can see Chris here taking a little bit more time with his putts. He's going to make sure he's not going to miss another one. I can tell you that right now. So tied going in 17-17 going into 12. Not a bad look. In fact, this is definitely gettable.
I love the 10-5 here with the 10 in the face.
Trees aren't an issue at all.
Especially taking that high.
Oh, Chris made a run. That's a good shot.
It up. That's just, I'm going to say easy putt, but we've already seen one missed.
So we get a match update. Chris Wingler has defeated Mouth. Do I need to announce that score?
Wow. Chris Wingler won.
CJ beat Mouth 30-24.
We'll just wow.
And I'm just going to let that.
I don't even need to know what course that was on. That's just rough.
30 to. And I don't know that Mouth has been drinking.
No.
So I'm kind of shocked.
His thumbs,
Oh, okay.
He did tell me earlier his thumbs were just not quite there.
He has been. Yeah. I remember now. On the streams and everything, he has been hurt. So he's not playing 100%. I'm sure he's not going to use that as an excuse.
I also would not be surprised to see him make a run at the losers bracket.
Absolutely.
The guy's got a way of figuring things out.
Yeah, he knows how to play.
And Mouth's second round matchup is Clint Grover. Wow, what a brutal run. This main bracket is not friendly.
Yeah, I mean, and you got to think about it. We've got the top 10% of the guys here for the weekend.
Yeah.
So the main bracket is not a joke. It doesn't matter who it is, whether you're in the main in the winners bracket or losers bracket. You're going to play somebody good because that's why they're there. So,
and I will say, either one of these guys are walking away a winner. It's 150 just for qualifying main bracket. Now, the bar tab is probably going to take most of that. Well, the bar tab on Friday night already took that. So we've got another match update right down here. Grover going down 29-28, and that's how the Mouth-Grover matchup got set up second round. So we're seeing these matches come through pretty quick. Off here, I'm going to pull up the bracket just so I can kind of keep an eye on it so you don't have to.
So again, if you guys are watching, Chris Brewer he's taking his time with these putts. Not a bad chip here by Paul. Expected him to make this every time. In fact, he putted it out. That's a good putt. So it looks like we're tied going 21-21 going into 14. These guys are back at even. Not a bad look here at 14.
Other final that we have seen, Evan Gossett, the #1 overall qualifier, did beat Josh McDaniel, and I'm seeing that as 30-30, so Evan Gossett must have won in extras. And I will keep an eye on that. We do have some other great matchups going on. Loving that Paul Luna, Orlando Ayala match going on.
Yeah, I was going to say, you want to say that 5 times?
Not a chance. But I will keep an eye on the bracket for everyone.
Yeah, we'll give you guys updates as they come through. The guys here at IT are doing a great job of keeping an eye on the bracket as well. So as the updates come through, we will make sure that happens.
If you want to follow along at home, it is PEGTtour.com. Then you'll just need to look up the Dallas Open and look at what bracket you want to see.
I think all of them are posted now, correct? Because I think the copper was posted.
Copper was posted. Usually pink and copper is challenge, but Stenmark showed up out of nowhere, not qualified, and did qualify in the top 32. So we'll look to see what Stenmark can do. You can't count the guy out. I think I heard he'd played roughly 400 rounds this year.
Did not know he was even here.
I've played roughly 400 in the last 2 months, and I'm still nowhere near as good as this guy. But Mark Stenmark can just roll off the couch and throw up 2 betters.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
He's played enough. He knows what he's doing. All he's going to do is, like most of these guys in the main, take a look at the hole, take a look at the wind, and just shoot. So
great run right there by Paul. This is definitely not a putt. Maybe a putt. Maybe it's a putt. I wouldn't putt this. That's deep. It's only fringe. Gonna take a run at it. Putter. Got it. Okay.
Good shot.
Well,
hey Tony, how you doing, buddy?
There's a reason
Thanks for
why
checking
he's
in.
playing Maine, and there's a reason why I'm commentating.
Thanks for joining. We appreciate it. So 24-24 going into 16. Got another match update here. Uh-oh. So,
oh, wow.
All right, so before we announce this, let's just tell everybody, heads up. Anybody can beat anybody on a given day.
Anybody can.
Okay? So people have their ups and their downs. I mean, just like qualifying, you never know what could happen.
But when it came to the Calcutta and when everyone was filling out their sheets, you know, everyone had Luna penciled in as the winner. Well.
First matchup, Mr. Ayala has beaten Mr. Luna 28-27.
Wow.
Again, I'm shocked. That's two shockers already. So with Mouth losing and with Luna losing, and I'm surprised Chris went for that right there.
Yeah, 342, it's there. 342, it's there.
Can we say who got the top bid in Calcutta? I believe
it was Luna.
It was
Luna. For 3,100.
And he bid on himself.
Yeah, sure. That was definitely
so
Paul Luna.
Luna bid on himself.
Put that up, and
the
Paul
second blind bid
in.
was 2,000, 2,600.
2,600
to Fox.
Yes.
And he took himself.
And then Luna on the third one taking Evan Gossett.
Correct. And
the
then
number 1 overall qualifier.
And then Puff took the fourth blind bid.
Correct. I was sitting right next to him.
And who did he take?
Joe Massara, I believe.
That's correct.
Joe Massara was the number 4 blind bid.
So, guys, we've already got Mouth in the loser bracket. We've got Luna in the loser bracket. Neither one that you could check out. I mean, or count out, I should say. I mean, Luna you can never count out.
The
So
losers bracket of Maine is going to just be mean.
I mean, the losers bracket of the main is going to look like a regular just winners bracket anywhere else. So.
In some less shocking news, Ryan McCook did defeat Corey Neely, so we have seen Ryan McCook advance.
Yep. Okay. Not a bad look here on 17. They're both playing stout, so this not a bad look here at all.
Now, the winner of this match does face Evan Gossett in the second round. This comes out to be Evan Gossett second round?
Yes. Gutty works. Denmark is here, and yes, he did qualify. The brackets are all online at PEGT
Tour.com.
especially the main and the purple for sure.
I don't remember exactly where Stenmark qualified, but actually
He
he's
made a surprise
bracket.
appearance. I'm still shocked. I've not even seen him yet, so I need to.
Mark
to
Stenmark
get off
qualified
here.
18th. He will have his first round matchup against Adam Harris, the number 15 overall qualifier.
That'll be a very good match.
Now this could be a tricky one. A 10-5 will get through there if you want to take an 8-5 or a 9-5 low. I'd prefer to not have the 8-5 on this course for this hole being the reason why.
Oh, no.
Wow. An 18 can always provide fireworks.
I have the 8-5, and it just depends on how it sets up, whether I use it or not. So.
It does, and in the qualifier, I took a 10-5 low and stuck the green.
Yep.
Pretty proud of that shot.
So Chris is going to take a good long look at this before he sets up, because this is quite definitely the match.
If Chris can stick this, he can stay alive. He is definitely good. He's going to take his time looking at everything he's got here.
Now, most of you guys see you got branches hanging down right there between the trees on the right. There's a little bush right in front of the red tree on the left. So that's why you have to be careful which club you use. If you use a regular 10.5 on the right, you hit the leaves on the right. You hit a regular 8.5 on the left, I believe, 8.5 low, you hit those bushes.
Correct. The 10.5, medium tee or low tee will pretty much get through every time. An 8.5, you can take medium and get through. I believe in 9.5 you can take lower medium.
Yeah, the 9.5 plays really well there. Chris sticking the green right here, so Paul's going to have to hold this out and hope that Chris misses a putt.
Well, I believe Chris went wet, so we're at 27, and he misses it, so he's already gone wet. He's putting for par. So no, this is for if Chris can make this putt, he's at 28. Paul's putting for a 27. But right 10's nothing to just. There it is.
That's a great putt, and that'll do it for those
great
guys.
Putt.
So Brewer will move on.
A handshake, and Brewer will move on in this match. Maybe not clean, but whatever it takes to move on. And Chris Brewer will move on to face Evan Gossett.
So Paul will drop down to the loser's bracket. Chris will stay in the winner's bracket. We'll give you an update on who those guys are playing next. Dan Gillard playing beside him on the left.
I can tell you for sure, Chris Brewer, Evan Gossett is a second-round matchup in the winner's bracket. Waiting for the update, but I believe, if I know how brackets work, Paul Taylor will play Josh McDaniel in the second round.
There you go. Tony Madden, yes, the 9.5. I believe most of the guys I've been playing with says the 9.5 is a much easier club to deal with both sides, I believe. But the 9.5 definitely gets through that left side over that bush real easy. So
one quick other update: Mike Yeager has defeated Eric Nelson,
and he's getting ready to play their second. That's a loser's bracket match.
Eric Nelson losers bracket match. It's just. This is how this tournament works. Either Corey Neely or Eric Nelson is done
tonight.
I
don't know if that's been mentioned tonight, but Steve has guaranteed everybody here, it's all 202 players, will play 2 games tonight regardless of what's going on. So and there are going to be people going home.
We'll see 1/4 of the field out tonight.
Yeah.
Approximately 50 players will see their tournament run end tonight.
We're seeing 22. Marcus Cash, Derek Montgomery. Marcus Cash, Derek Montgomery on 22.
What was the cut, Ricky Bobby? It was 132 with 125,000 shot points-ish, 125 and change.
Last person
I guess,
to make the cut was Josh McDaniel.
Yep, and I guess 138. There were a lot of high bids because we thought with everybody here, it was going to depend on how Baja set up, how Tropical set up, and then how Pine set up. So one wasn't drivable for Baja, like we mentioned already. There was a couple guys that made a run at it and just missed chips.
5 was not drivable.
5 wasn't drivable either.
So Baja was
Baja set up for 28.
28 setup.
And then what we had figured was 146 was going to be par for all 5. That turned out to not be the case. It was actually a little bit lower than that.
Because we saw Pine, we saw 18 on Pine not be drivable.
So the 138 that I guess, and a couple others that were around 137, 138, we were way off because the pars just didn't set up the way we thought they were. So 132 was the cut line, and that's Josh Schindel guessed 132 and was right at 135 points, 135,000 points. Was able to win $880.
Wow.
$20 entry. So for you guys that are listening, and I'm at the tournament, I'm going to run that cut line every single time. It's $20 enter. You guess the 5 courses. You try to guess that cut line bubble guy, and it's winner take all. So
you get a chance up right until qualifying starts. So you don't necessarily know if Baja's.
All right, guys, so we're going to have to take a break here. The guys are telling me they're going to have to reboot the computer, so we're going to have to take about 2 to 3 minutes to take a break. And hopefully by the time they get back, we'll be looking at Mr. Mark Stenmark and Mr. Adam Harris, and we'll be right back with you, okay? Thanks a lot.